Ladies, we are here tonight on the show. And tonight on the show, I want to talk about Russell Wilson. I have not just had time to talk about this. I'm like, I thought the game started at 7 minutes, starts a little bit later. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to talk about the Russell Wilson contract signing, the highest contract in NFL before the game starts. Oh my Lord, the hell am I so sweating? Yes, I want to talk about Russell Wilson signing a 4-year deal worth $140 million. So this was almost surprisingly that Russell Wilson actually asked for this contract because for the first, I want to say 7 years, Russell Wilson has been in the league. He's been all nice, all friendly to the franchise. Oh no, let's pay the defense, let's pay the Richard Sherman, let's pay what's his name the running back Marshawn Lynch. Bobby Wagner, the linebacker. Let's pay everybody else. I'm humble. He's Mr. Go Hawks, very friendly to the team. And all of a sudden, what happened was, he got married to an actress. I believe her name is Sierra. Sierra. And she started demanding a lot of shit. Apparently, for what I've seen in articles, the wife was the one that got pissed off. She's like, first of all, I don't want to live here. I either want to live in LA or New York. I don't want to live here in Seattle. I want to make business for my movies. So I don't really want to live here in Seattle. So if we're gonna live here in Seattle, we better be one of the highest paid players in the NFL, or he better be one of the highest paid players in the NFL. So apparently, what I heard, it was the wife, the one who kind of demanded the contract, not really him. Like she told him to demand the contract to the point where he even put a deadline, April 15. He for what I've heard, a lot of people are saying this is not true, but for the articles I read, he was thinking about asking for a trade for the New York Giants. He was thinking about it because his wife did not want him to live in Seattle, and she thought they didn't appreciate him. She thought they were not paying him what he deserved. So it was the wife, the one that really put the pressure on him and on the team to get this thing done. Because this is very un-Russell Wilson like. He's very friendly, willing to take a lot less. He's more about a team player than a player than caring about himself. But right now, it seems like it was the wife. The wife told him, you know what? If we're gonna be here in Seattle, I want to be in either LA or New York. But if we're gonna be here in Seattle, we have better be one of the highest paid. And you have better be one of the highest paid NFL players. What the fuck is happening? I'm getting a lot of. Okay, guys, do not think I'm a professional sports announcer. I don't have time. My friends are all on probation. I had enough of them. I really have. Anyways, yes, yeah, but it was the wife. This is what happens. The wife. If Russell Wilson does not get married, he is still probably making only. He's probably still underpaid. He is probably still underpaid. This was all about the wife. The wife was demanded. This is the wife. The wife demanded the money, and now Russell Wilson is the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. Now, does he deserve it? Of course he deserves it. This is a guy who won a Super Bowl, could have won 2 if not for the poor play calling. Instead of running the football to Marshawn Lynch, they ended up passing it. Yes, he did throw the interception, but come on, dude. I blame it more on the coaches for the terrible play calling they did than on Russell Wilson. But yeah, man. So he deserves this. Now, what I hate about this is that they're probably not going to be as good anymore because what was making Seattle really good these last few years, even these last 2 years, they were not as good, but they were still good, was the fact that Russell Wilson was still underpaid. And they were able to sign these other talent around him. Now he's making all this money, $140 million. Now it's really going to be hard to put talent around him unless you really do a good job in the draft. You're probably not going to be that good anymore. So Russell Wilson, pat yourself on the ass. Pat yourself on the ass. You got your money finally. But also, if you're in Seattle fan, it's like, yeah, we got Russell Wilson locked up for the next few years. But also, you're probably not going to be as good because history tells you that once quarterbacks get paid this money, Matt Ryan, Aaron Rodgers, who else? I don't know. There's been a few. Once you get paid this type of money, the team's not that good anymore because the team doesn't have enough salary to pay everybody. So, hey, man. So that's, it's going to be interesting to see how they do this. This is a team that has been known in the past for doing a good job in drafting. So maybe, they'll draft and develop and they'll still, be competitive. I feel that LA Rams are obviously the best team in that division. But we'll see what happens. Last year they did go 10-6 and go to the playoffs. So we will see what happens. But yeah, Russell Wilson deserves it. You deserve this contract. You really do, man. Shout out to you, Russell Wilson. You deserve this contract. But as far as the team, if you're a fan, I'm not necessarily happy because history tells you, Matt Ryan, Aaron Rodgers, whoever, history tells you that once quarterbacks make this much money, the teams goes like this. So it'll be interesting to see how Seattle does in the next few years now that Russell Wilson is actually making what he deserves to be making. And shout out to Russell Wilson because for the first years, he was really underpaid. He really was. At one point, he wasn't even making $1 million when he first arrived to the league. So he really sacrificed himself. But you know what, though? It was the wife. I'm telling you, the wife was the one that demanded. If he doesn't ever get married, he's still underpaid. It's all about the wife. The wife. So Seattle, I don't know what to say to you, man. But anyways, hey, you got your quarterback at least. Hey, you got one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league for the next few years. And let's see how you guys do now. Pressure is now on the coaching staff to draft and develop because you're not going to be able to waste a lot of money now because all of it's going to be mostly going to Russell Wilson's salary. But we'll see what happens. We'll see how Seattle maintains themselves these next few years. But as far as Russell Wilson, he does deserve the contract. Russell Wilson, he deserves the contract. But anyway, until next time, I'm out like a light. What the fuck is happening? Hello? Hold on, did this shit even work? Hold on, guys. Let me see if I have any signal on my YouTube. Hold on. What the hell is happening? Hello? All right. Yeah, okay. It worked. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am out like a light. The fuck is happening?